All right. Starting now.
Yes, we are live. Yeah, so yesterday Mayor and I fixed the driver issues, and now at least the ESP setup Mayor has is the same as mine. Uh, but we can try to run the server, and then you could try to run the Tumblr via the server. Uh, that could be tried out.
How do we do that?
So there is a fast API server that I've written. You will have to clone it and then run. I think the software you have flashed. But you have to update the Wi-Fi on the Tumblr so that it connects to the Wi-Fi.
How do I do that?
So there is a string Wi-Fi SSID and Wi-Fi password which you'll have to change to the one you have, and then basically it will connect to your Wi-Fi.
You mean in the any file?
In the code, no, not in the ini file, in the code itself. So right now it's hard coded into the code, which is not a good way to do it. But so there are ways in which you can provision the Wi-Fi via the Bluetooth on board. So first we'll try to connect to the Bluetooth on your phone, and the phone connect gives the credentials, and then it connects to the Wi-Fi. That can be done, but right now the Wi-Fi password and SSID are hard coded. So if you open the code,
Just a
you
second.
you don't have to share the screen for that, but you could
Yeah,
just
yeah. That's
write.
what we're doing. No, share screen. Screen.
So yeah, the line 6 and 7 is the one you have to change to.
Okay, so should I change it or should I?
No, you will have to change it and flash the ESP32 again.
Okay.
So the code is it's a repository that you wrote on YaRG.
Y- Yeah, it's there on the YaRG Robotics Garage. Uh,
Oh,
I
perhaps a
posted
bit
it
of
yesterday.
context for the session.
Okay. So basically, we had the Farcaster frames session, I think, last month or before that, and then basically I had two repositories. One is the uh, server. It's a Python server which serves the frames, and then it also connects to. It also gives the post commands to the Tumblr. So the Tumblr runs a web server that accepts some HTTP requests, and then when so if you look at here, so if you scroll down, Mayor, so these are the commands it will accept: the forward, backward, left, right, and stop. And if you go down, scroll down, 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 down. Yeah, here it so it will come here and wait for the HTTP request, and then when receives that get request from any server, so it will run on that motor forward endpoint. It will run the motor in a specific direction. So there
Wait.
are 5 commands that it waits for. So that is some extra code, but this is where the meat is. So it will. These are the 5 endpoints on which any server can send get commands, and when the Tumblr receives some get commands on this, it will run the motor in a specific way. You are muted, Venkat.
So this is a web server running on the ESP32, and it has to be exposed outside the firewall for the.
Well, if you want to directly run, so basically there is how I was doing is I was not running the frames server here. So there is a server in between,
Ah,
uh, and then that is basically running on a Raspberry Pi or any computer you want. And then that server is the interface between Tumblr and the frames. So what happens is when you do the frames action, it will that server you are running will get that frames request, and then based on that frames request, it will send back the response to the Farcaster, and then also send the same, depending on the command received, it will send the request to the ESP32.
Got it. So ideally, the middle server should have like a camera or something that is watching the robot, so you can see what you're doing, right?
Yeah, that could be one way, or it could also request the photo from the tumbler itself. So there are
Okay.
multiple ways to do it.
But my Tumblr doesn't have a camera. No.
Hopefully, eventually it will have.
So the ESP32 can we can add a camera to it, right?
Yeah.
With power. Okay.
But we saw one of the solutions is to add another Arduino just with a camera, just to handle that.
I think
Okay,
Red has some solution for that.
so what should I do now?
So just change those strings to your home Wi-Fi address and SSID or password.
Let's make sure that I'm using the right one. See what my phone thinks it's connected to. I can't do it through my phone like you said. I'll connect by Bluetooth and
Not
so on.
yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
Okay, I did that.
Now you can flash the ESP32.
Okay, so why don't you put my screen back up?
Yeah.
I do
You have to
save.
save it. Yeah.
I did a save. Close it so we don't expose it by mistake. And now I press this V button.
Yes, that is the build, and then the other one is the flash button.
Yeah, but in order to flash, I have to connect my. Have to connect it, right?
Yes.
And then I have to
Probably
short.
now you don't have to do that reset sequence. It should always boot in that.
Okay. Oh, I like the word success. It's booting. There's no light on at all.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll go through what we did yesterday.
Yeah.
So the problem was getting the driver for the JTAG serial. And the way we did that was within a program called ZATIG. Am I pronouncing it correctly?
Yeah, Zadig, yeah.
Let me just show it. No. This program. And when you tell it list all devices, it shows all the devices that are connected. And one of them is this one. And we chose interface number 2. And then it gives you the opportunity to install a driver, which we did. We installed the lib USB-K, which you can see here.
Oh, if you open the interface 0, it will show how it was for interface 1. Or, yeah, 2.
Right.
Okay, it updated for both. Interesting.
You want me to update this one too?
No, it's okay.
No, it is USB user.
Okay. Okay, so initially interface 2 had this Bean USB driver and it was not working for JTAG flashing. and then we updated to this libUSBK driver, and then it started working. That was the only change.
Right. Now, should I also update interface 0?
No, I don't know why you have two, but because I see only one in my computer, I don't know the reason. But so we updated the interface to driver, and then it started working.
Okay, so I did this,
Yeah.
and now I have to flash it. So I press the V, and now I press the arrow. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, down here.
So basically, this ini file will disable the DFU serial and the CDC serial on the Arduino, and then it will only enable the JTAG. Uh, so there is a JTAG hardware on the ESP32, and you can directly connect to it. But by default, it is not enabled.
I just want people. Well, you don't see it now, but the little light was purple while it was uploading.
Yeah, so you see that build flags, D Arduino USB mode equal to 1. I think that disables some of the things. Uh, yeah, so it's
Okay, so successful. Now what?
so now if you open the serial monitor, the you see the plug
Yes.
icon, the one, yes, that one. Okay.
Okay.
If you press the reset button,
You mean the little white
yeah,
button?
white button, yeah, it will disconnect, but yeah. Mm.
Okay.
Okay, the you have to change the settings for the serial. So you see 9600 8 and 1. So it's 1500. If you go, it's like 115200 the baud rate.
Yeah. Okay. So where do I change it?
Um,
Well, Control T appears to be menu. No, it says
uh,
menu. Control T.
so maybe you can use a software called Teraterm, which is a better serial monitor. So if you open, you might have to install a software called Teraterm.
Wait, if it's just a matter of changing the baud rate, isn't there somewhere in this editor you can just change it?
No, it's the monitor baud rate you have to change. But this is
So
like a Python based serial monitor, and then it has like weird menus. So I don't use the internal serial monitor. I use
just
a
tell me
specific.
what to do.
Just type in Teraterm, TERM,
Okay.
term. Yeah, Teraterm. Yes, it's a serial terminal monitor.
Okay.
Yeah, you can use. Yes, you can use
This
that,
one.
and yes, just install that.
So just to go to GitHub.
Yeah, either the GitHub or the 5.2.
Still GitHub.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then where's the download button? Can you scroll down? Yeah, so you can download that exe. Yes.
Now we run it.
Yeah. And you can close this serial monitor. Otherwise, it will not connect. That the other one.
Oh, wow.
You may, if you see the right, you see the monitor words. Yeah, just press the trash can button. Yeah, that one.
Okay.
Now open Terraterm.
Just a second.
In the yeah, from the Windows menu.
Just a second.
And then the serial.
What do I set?
Yeah,
Serial
yeah,
and count
and
4.
then yeah, okay.
Okay.
And then setup to set up a serial port, and then change that to 115.2.0.0
And
8
it's
and 1.
8 and
Yeah.
1.
Yes. And then new setting.
Okay. Now what?
It should have printed something, but if you press the reset now,
Yeah.
so it's connected. So now you can minimize this.
Yeah, I'd like to see what's happening. So how do I send it a command or?
So you will have to run the fast API server. So I'll post this. You have to clone a repository. In the StreamYard chat, there is a repo.
Just so this one.
If you go to the fast API 004.
Okay.
Yes. So clone the entire repo, fast API dudes.
Okay. Now,
If
do you
you
remember
go,
where I cloned it to last time?
no, last time we didn't reach here, right? Did we?
No, we cloned something somewhere. Okay, where?
We cloned the ESP32 repo to your documents or something.
Yeah. Okay. So where's the clone button? That's what I'm.
If you go to that fast API dudes on the just no on the breadcrumbs menu on the top where you see mine. Yeah, click there. Yeah. And then either you can download or clone, whichever you feel like. You can download the zip or clone it. Either should be fine.
Sorry. So we opened this one, right?
Yeah.
And then we went to documents, right?
Yeah, and then
Just 1
you can
second.
maybe create a folder for this.
This is being cloned on Mayor's laptop, right? Not on the ESP32.
Yeah.
Okay. So the server will be running on his laptop. Okay.
Yeah.
No, there's a server on my laptop and a server.
On the Tumblr.
Yeah.
So fast API is a Python based
So just walk me through the commands.
git clone and the HTTPS space between git and
Yeah.
clone.
Space.
Between git clone. Yeah. Now
Okay.
go to that fast API 004,
Here.
or just go to this fast API, yeah, and then do ls
Not Linux.
dir, yeah. Project mix. Okay, so you will have to create a virtual environment. So do you have Python here? Just type in Python 3 minus minus version.
I have Python 3.7.
Yeah, so you can press Control D, and then I don't know if you have virtual. Just type in Python 3 minus m venv. No, don't. Just type the Python minus 3 Python minus m space.
That's what I did, and he said, okay.
There are like minus m and space venv and space venv.
VEN.
V, the same thing. Yeah. Yeah. Now press enter.
So I'm creating a virtual environment called virtual environment.
Yes, basically. Yeah, go on.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, just the -m VNV means we tell Python to use a module called VNV, called virtual environment, and we create this virtual environment inside a folder called VNV. Okay, so
Yeah.
so if you dir your or ls your directory, you should have now a folder called VENV.
venv, yeah.
It could be confusing, but the Python way.
I have one.
At the bottom, and so now you need to. Yes, to source, right?
Yeah, it's in Bash, it's source, but I think in I don't know how it's in this PowerShell. So if you go to the folder venv inside that, and then do dir, and then to scripts probably, yeah, and do dir again. No, so go to previous. No, go to the previous directory. This is not the one. So activate. So you have to run. No. You have to run that activate dot batch file. Yes, the second one. Yeah. Yes. So you see that parenthesis venv in the beginning. Yes.
Right.
So that is your virtual environment is active now. So if you can install the fast API. So if you install pip.
I presume I go up.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Everything will go into the virtual environment.
Okay.
So pip install fast API.
Can we have some AI doing all of this instead of me?
Well, we can write a script.
Can deal with installation.
Yeah, I could have written a bash script, but then it doesn't work on Windows, right?
That's not AI. That's not AI.
Yeah, AI,
That's natural intelligence.
I'm trying to follow this pip install fast API. First, you cloned the repo, and now you're saying pip install. That means it'll go look for a local repo called pip install.
Fast API.
API? Is that what?
No, it will install the framework inside the virtual environment. So virtual environment, we set it up so that Mayer's computer Python environment is not messed up. So we set up a virtual environment in which it basically copies everything and makes a copy of it inside that folder. And then, so if Mayer now exits this virtual environment, he will not have access to fast API because its system is like isolated from this virtual environment.
Okay.
So when Mayer did pip install fast API, it basically installed the fast API framework inside this virtual environment.
And it pulled it from the local cloned repo, right. Not from some.
No. So fast API is a framework which is there on like the Python what is it?
It's a
Py.
dependency of the project.
Just a second. It says here where it got it from: downloading from files,
Oh, okay.
Python
Got it.
OpenOrg packages, and so on.
Then why did you need to clone whatever repo you did earlier? What is that one?
So the my repo is used depending on the Fast API framework.
Got it. All right. Now I got it.
So yeah.
Got it.
Okay, so what now?
Now if you go to that 004 example folder, everything needed is there. .004. Yeah. And do a dir here. Okay, now if you run what was it? A Python. Wait.
Main.
No. Does it run?
That's all we have.
So you also need HTTPX. So pip install HTTPX.
Okay, I did Python main and it ran and then finished.
No, you don't have to do Python main. So there is a specific command for Fast API running the server.
So what do I do?
Just wait a second. What was it? Okay, you have to run, I think, with a uvcon command.
Just
Okay, write uvcon, UVICORN.
You're going to need to install UVCon first, no?
I think Fast API installs it as a dependency.
maybe I have to write Python UVCon.
No, UVCORN. It's like a unicorn, but with a V. UVICORN.
Typing in the chat, UVCon.
No.
UVCon.
No, there is no uvcon. Okay, so so it doesn't install it. So you have to install pip install uvcon. I should have written a requirements.txt file and then it should have done it. But
I'm doing that as we speak.
okay.
Okay.
UVCon. Okay, now UVCon main space main colon.
I don't have
double
to
dot.
do.
Wait a second.
No,
you
no.
already have. No, there is simpler. I see in your code. Okay, that if you go to the root of the system, you have the PyProject tunnel, and so you can do this command. It will do everything we need.
Yeah, but
it's with the. But then he has to install that. No, what is it called? Poetry.
Let's finish this command.
No. You don't need poetry at all. Huh? You don't need poetry at all. Huh?
I don't have to tell it that UVCon is main Python.
The command I sent will use PyProject and install the dependencies. Okay. And no, poetry is something on top of that. We don't need poetry.
Okay. But let's run this colon app, and then space minus host 0.0.0.0, and then minus port maybe it's, what is the port? Write 5,000. Let's try with 5,000.
Well, we should know what it is.
No, not this port. This is the HTTP port, which is,
okay.
I think, let me check. What is the port for ESP32?
Okay. I remember seeing the number 5,000 somewhere. Maybe even here.
But yeah, it's okay. Let's try it.
No, 5,000 hertz.
I don't recall it.
Okay.
But let's try it without. Where is the? Well,
okay. So what do I write here?
it's running right now. Go to your browser.
To my browser.
Yes.
Okay.
And then localhost colon 5,000.
Okay.
And now the server is running.
I
so
just
you
want to
see
point out the server got something.
Yeah. So now if you press write /docs on that URL, after 5,000, just write /docs. So Fast API allows testing the endpoints when it's running the server itself.
Okay,
so these are the endpoints that are it's having. So just try that. Yeah, try it out and then execute.
I did execute. It said here, but there's nothing here.
Can you scroll down on that execute on that browser? What is the response back? Okay, send the frame. Okay.
200.
So the server is working, but the tumbler is not getting the.
Yeah. What does it say here? No.
Wait. I think the okay. You have to change some code in the. So you can close down the. Because when it sends the. Okay, so if you open the Fast API, yeah, you can close.
Server's running on my computer, and I'm connecting to it using the browser, but nothing is coming from the server to my.
Yeah,
but at least
because the IP of the Tumblr is wrong in the Fast API code right now. It's set up to my IP addresses.
Okay.
So if you shut down the server on that command line, just press Control C.
Which server? This one.
The Fast API server, just press Control C.
Okay.
And now open new VS Code window.
How do I do that?
Just go to File and New Window. And now open the Fast API folder. File open folder.
Yeah, well, it's more complicated than that. Just a second. SPC. C. And which one? Number 4?
Yes. Well, you can open the entire folder. It doesn't matter. The top level folder.
Okay.
Yeah. And then go to that Fast API 004 and then main.py. And now if you
Okay.
scroll down, now you see that commented lines in forward one.
This one?
Yeah, so you have to uncomment all 3 lines.
Just a
And
second. This is wrong. Yeah.
and
Okay.
I think the tabbing there is also, yeah. Now instead of that tumbler, you write the 10.0.0.9, whatever IP you got. If you open the terminal, you will see the IP there. Was it 9? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you have to do this for all the endpoints. So there are similar lines in forward, backward, stop, and left, right. Yeah, so now just save it.
There's only 2 lines.
Stop. If you go, yeah, I think I have not written the left and right endpoints here. So that's fine. We can just test this with forward and backward and stop.
Okay.
Just save it.
Okay.
And now if you go to the terminal command prompt and run the server again. Now go to your browser.
Okay.
And reload. Yeah.
Okay.
Try it out and execute.
Yeah.
So it's working.
So you got a motor command. Well, it's working, but it didn't move.
Yeah. So you need to have the tumbler to move it, but it's working. So now you can basically solder.
I have the tumbler.
We can try it out. Let's see what happens, but keep the tumbler inverted, so so it's not
No, but
moving around.
you said that I probably need to solder. Okay, it's if I understand correctly, the copper contacts are only on the top of the board, and the wires are stuck in the hole, so there's actually no.
Yeah, so it might be a little shaky. Maybe it works, maybe it's not, but it's better to try it once you have soldered it. But overall, the system is working on your system. Like
Yeah.
the entire thing is working now.
Well, we don't know yet. We have to connect it, and then we'll discover the tumbler isn't happy.
Yeah. And once you expose this fast API server via ngrok, or what was that, PageKite, or there was one more solution, to external world, and use that URL in a forecasted frame, you can basically control the tumbler via frame.
Okay, we'll do that to Venkatesh's tumbler.
Yeah.
The cat.
But yeah.
Okay,
So
let's come in to back.
I guess we can try mine next week. And to get set up, I have to. What all do I have to do? Eric, if you took the notes, I can try to replicate the parts that are not dependent on Windows. So I guess I'm cloning some repo locally, and then this platform.io, I'm installing some packages on it. Is that the setup?
So for you, I have already done some of the work. So it's already should be starting up in a JTAG mode. And then you have to clone the ESP32 repo from the YaRG Robotics Garage org, and then you have to change the Wi-Fi password and SSID to connect to your own Wi-Fi. And then you have to clone this fast API repo, and then probably use this pip install -e dev, and then
I,
it will install.
I think all that we can try live session
Yeah.
next. I think before that, yeah, we can discuss on Discord.
So
What
if you open,
yeah,
Mayor, if you open the platform ini file,
Which one?
the platform
Platform.
io.ini file, the other window,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I do have platform.io
Yeah.
already installed, but I don't know.
Uh,
This is a platform any file.
if you do git pull here on this repo, if you open a terminal, go to the terminal menu on the top, and then new terminal.
Yeah, I don't want to change the software that you have installed.
Okay. So maybe
Because it's
I
set
can
up for
share my.
Windows.
Yeah, I can share my screen. That's faster.
So I have to install something on VS Code, right?
Yeah, you have to install the platform IO extension, and then clone the repo, and then change. Where is it?
I thought I had VS Code. Oh, I don't think. I thought I had installed it, but apparently not. All right, I'll do this offline.
So yeah, so this is the Tumblr ESP32 and YaRG Robotics Garage. I think all of us have access to this. And then yesterday I changed these three lines. So basically, for Windows you use this some com, and for Mac you might have something like this. So if you go to ls/dev/ something, you will and press tab, it should show something like this. It might be a different number, but it will be. So you uncomment this and comment these two, and then the rest of it it's the same.
I'll have to do this offline and figure out what's going on. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And then you will have to flash with the change the main file and change these two lines.
Okay. Wi-Fi password. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if what is a good terminal software for Windows or what or Mac.
I just use the regular terminal, and since you have a bash cell.
No, I mean serial terminal,
Oh,
not
serial. Oh, okay. All right. I can't use the one you had Mayor use, or whatever that was.
that's a Windows specific.
All right. So I'll look for VS Code probably has ways.
Has it, but it's like a little annoying. It's Python based, and yeah, so I don't use that. I don't like it, but we can try it out.
We'll figure something out. Okay.
So you need a serial terminal to see the output of what the
So I need
ESP32 is
VS
doing.
Code with the platform.io extension, and I need a serial terminal for Mac, and I need to
Yes.
download or clone the repos for the ESP32 as well as the fast API server, and then I have to flash the ESP32 with the repo with the lines changed to my stuff, right? So that's
To your
Yes.
Wi-Fi.
okay. All right. So let's see. I'm sure 10 things will go wrong in trying to do those 5 things. So we'll see what happens. Configuration hell.
Yeah, Anuraj, can you move the Wi-Fi thing out of there? You know, at the very least, not on the first page.
Yeah, I can change it. I'll probably have it as a like a header file, separate header file, and then.
Yeah.
But this is like you should not hard code it in the file, but this is like a proof of concept, so it's fine.
All right. Yeah, this is quite a lot of progress. So I'm still behind the starting line, and Mayor is almost at the starting line. So if you connect the Tumblr, you might be able to get the motor to run.
I need to solder all of these points. And anybody have any tips for the soldering? I mean, especially I'm worried about creating shorts between nearby legs.
think I saw some hack for that. I've forgotten. It was one of those TikToks that had some very clever way of doing header soldering. Yeah,
I don't know. Like if it's warm enough, it should coalesce onto the pins, the solder wire,
Well,
the mold. So
if
it's
it's
made so
warm
that
enough,
it coalesces. When you will know it. So the tip is like really hot, the solder will coalesce onto the tips. It will
but
just stick together.
if it's really hot, the chip will get cooked, right?
Uh, no, you will know if something is going wrong. I don't know. Like I've been doing it for so long, I don't know how to describe it. But it's quite like through holes are quite easy.
Okay,
But
I just
mine, you already sorted it, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for you
Okay.
it's done.
All right. Because I don't think
yeah, I don't
to do it.
remember when I last soldered a chip. Soldering,
You
yeah.
can take it to a electronics shop. I think
No,
they will
no,
do
no.
it in like 2 minutes.
All right.
I also have a magnifying glass.
All right. Are we done for the day?
Yeah, I think for today it's fine.
All right. See you guys next week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.